Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain about the multiple effect evaporation and the method of feeding. Topics I'm going to cover in this are the evaporation, performance of the evaporator, boiling point elevation or rise, multiple effect evaporator, method of feeding, its advantages and disadvantages. So firstly, we'll go with evaporation. Evaporation. It's an operation in which the weak solution is constantly vaporizing a portion of the solvent. So how it is carried out? It is carried out by supplying heat to a solution to vaporize the solvent. The heat is utilized to increase the temperature of the solution to its boiling point and supply latent heat of vaporization to its solvent. So next is performance of the evaporator. Performance of the evaporator. Performance of the evaporator is based on the capacity and the economy. Capacity. What is capacity? Capacity of an evaporator is defined as the number of kilograms of water vaporized or evaporated per hour. Economy. It is also called as steam economy. It is defined as number of kilograms of water evaporated per kilograms of steam fed to the evaporator. Next is boiling point elevation. Boiling. Basically the difference between the boiling point of the solution and that of the pure water at any given pressure is known as boiling point elevation. And boiling point elevation is small for dilute solution and large for the concentrated one. And it can be obtained by empirical rule called as During's rule. What is During's rule? What it states? It states that the boiling point of a given solution is the linear function of the boiling point of pure water at the pressure. So as in the figure, we can see when boiling point of solution is plotted against the boiling point of water, the result obtained is straight line. And it is shown for NaOH solution. We can see for different solution as well. And next is the multiple effect evaporation. Firstly, we'll see single effect. In single effect, there is no reusing the latent heat. It is the vapor leaving the evaporator condensed and discarded. Whereas in the multiple effect evaporation, increasing the evaporation per kg of the steam, how? By using the evaporator. Series of evaporator between steam supply and condenser is known as multiple effect evaporation. And the method of reusing the latent heat is called as multiple effect evaporation. So in the system, evaporations are arranged in series so that vapor from one evaporator is used as heating medium for the next one, that is operating at a pressure and temperature lower than the previous one. So each unit in series is known as an effect. So we'll see the methods of feeding. There are basically four methods, that is forward feed, backward feed, mixed feed and parallel feed. We'll discuss briefly about this as follows by forward feed. Forward feed. So we can see the figure and the flow arrangement of the forward feed. As the name suggests, forward. So both the vapor, steam and feed flow in the same direction. That is, steam is fed to the first effect of the evaporator and feed is also fed to the first effect of the evaporator. The vapor from the first effect of the evaporator is sent to the second effect as the heating medium and so on. Whereas steam is fed to the steam chest of the first effect and thick liquor from the first effect is sent to the second one and goes in the series. And thick liquor is discharged from the last effect. And there is no requirement of pump in the forward feed. And pressure in the first effect is greater than the second one, followed by the third one. So major advantages and disadvantages of forward feed are: it is simple to operate, less expensive, no pump is required. There are disadvantages is reduced rate of heat transfer in the second effect and higher effect. That is, in the first effect we have more rate of heat transfer than in the second and the third one. The feed should not be below the boiling point. So next is backward feed. The name suggests that something is going to be reversed, that is in the opposite direction. So steam and vapor flows in the same direction, but feed is in the opposite direction of the vapor and steam, that is in the counter current manner. So feed is fed to the last effect. From there it is sent to the next effect with the help of the pump and to the first effect. It goes on series and finally the thick liquor is discharged from the first effect. Steam is fed to the steam chest of the first effect and vapor from the first effect is fed to the second effect as a heating medium and goes on. And in this, thick liquor is discharged from the each effect. So backward feed is used for the solutions of more viscous. So basic advantages is the most concentrated liquor is in contact with the highest temperature steam and thus lower viscosity and higher heat transfer rate are in the first effect. Disadvantages are inter-effect pumps are necessary, risk of damage of the viscous products, risk of fouling. And in this backward feed, pressure, pressure in the first effect is greater than the second one and followed by the third one. It is P1 is greater than P2 and P2 is greater than P3. Mixed effect. Name itself suggests it is very mixed. That is, feed will be in one side, vapor goes to the other side, and steam also goes to the other side. So, sorry, yeah. The steam, as usually, steam is fed to the steam chest of the first effect, and vapor from the first effect goes to the second as the heating medium, and so on. But in this, feed is fed to the intermediate effect of the evaporator. From there, it is sent to the first effect with the help of the pump and finally to the last effect for the final concentration. And thick liquor is discharged from the final effect with the help of the pump. And the advantages are combines the simplicity of the forward and the forward feed and economy of the backward feed. Yeah. In this mixed feed, it is a combination of both forward and backward feed to of the best performance of the evaporator. So it is useful for concentration of the highly viscous fluid. Disadvantages are complex piping, more expensive due to its instrumentation. And finally, that is parallel feed. Parallel feed. Parallel feed is similar to as the backward feed. The major difference is that in backward feed, the feed is fed in the last effect, but in the parallel feed, feed is fed in the first effect. And thick liquor is discharged in the each and every effect. But in the backward feed, the feed is discharged in the first effect. I will show you. See here. Yeah. And pumps are required for the each effect. The vapor is fed from the vapor from the first evaporator is fed to the second as the heating medium and goes on in series. So, and basically parallel feed is used in the crystallizers. Advantages are more suitable for the use of crystallizers, allows better control. Disadvantages are most complex arrangement, pumps generally required for each effect. And the common difference in each feed, we can see that the steam and the vapor, that is the upper part, is this portion, there is no change. All are from the left to the right. But the major difference we can see is the feed and the thick liquor discharge. See, in this also steam and vapor are as in the same direction. There is difference in the feed and the thick liquor discharge as in mixed feed as well. See, steam and vapor are in the same direction, whereas feed and thick liquor discharge are varying. So I've covered the topics